we begin by preparing. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I've been keeping Sabbath since 1997, but I probably started knocking off of work probably around '01 or '02. And usually 12 o'clock, 12 noon is my quitting time, whether summer or winter, whether the days are longer or shorter. I have a little checklist app on my phone, things that I need to get done that I can't get done any other day of the week, but I can get them done on prep day. I knock off early on prep day and I can, trim a bush or cut a section of the yard or go pick up chicken feed, or I'm usually done a couple hours before the Sabbath gets here. My favorite time of the week is prep day as it's moving into Shabbat. I'll usually have me a glass of wine or a beer, sit out on the porch if it's not too awful cold, and just enjoy when the Shabbat moves in. We keep Sabbath from evening to evening. Exodus 12:18, Leviticus 23:32, and Nehemiah 13:19. We obviously don't do our regular job. We don't work, but we view the no work at all in Exodus 28-11 as no work at all. So we don't do housework or anything like that on Sabbath. We don't cook on Sabbath based on Exodus 16 and the giving of the manna, as well as the difference in Leviticus 23 between no work and no servile work. I think that's defined in Exodus 12 as no work except that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. We usually eat raw. It's one of my favorite meals. We'll have like palm hearts and pickled beets and pickles and cheese, and maybe some corned beef or some turkey meat. Very, very good. Very, very tasty. I probably do more studying on Sabbath morning than I do the other mornings of the week. And then our assembly has a holy convocation towards the end of the Sabbath. We chose to do that because when I was growing up, Sunday morning and Sunday day in general was the most hectic day of the week, getting ready for church, right? Well, if you have Shabbat service at the end of the Shabbat, like at 5 or 6 p.m., you give families the ability to sleep in, to have family time, husband and wife, parents to children, lunch, they can rest, relax, so forth and so on, and then come and have the holy convocation. It is one of the, if not the, biggest spiritual blessing in the lives of my wife and I and our children. We only have one son that still lives at home, 15 years old. My other 4 children are grown and married now. They've moved away, but they're all Sabbath keepers. And I think they would all tell you that it's one of the, if not the, most favorite commandment in their life. Who wouldn't want a day to not do anything? What employee doesn't like it when their employer gives them a day off? So our employer, our master, is Almighty Yahweh. He gives us the 7th day, 1 day off each week. I wouldn't trade it for the world. There's no way I would go back to not keeping Shabbat.